Tyrese Halliburton might be the most unique passer in the NBA, and it's not just about the box score or the flashy no-look dimes with him. He's got plenty of highlights, but what really sets him apart is more subtle. It's the stuff that's easy to miss with how fast the game moves, and today we're breaking it all down and figuring out what makes him so different from other elite playmakers, so let's get into it. Hali's one of the quickest decision makers in the league, always searching for cracks and creases in the defense, and that brings us to our first category, advantage hunting. Now, you've heard of mismatch hunting, dragging a weak defender into an action and forcing him to guard a star, but advantage hunting is different. Throughout every game, little miscues happen on defense. Maybe a guy sinks too far into the paint so his closeout's late, or in transition, two defenders pick up the same man, leaving someone uncovered for just a moment. It's not bad defense necessarily, it's really just basketball, and Halliburton punishes those micro mistakes better than anyone. At first glance, this might look like a normal swing pass, but Hali's reading this defender and seeing how he reacts to Siakam's cut. He knows Portis has to cover it, and that ball snapped to the corner instantly. And it's not like Portis was way out of position there, it was really just one step, but this is what I'm talking about, finding these micro advantages on any given possession. Like here, Mitchell finds himself cross-matched on Turner, so Hunter tries to switch him off, but Donovan stays put, and Hali's just gonna punish that type of miscommunication every single time. This one's gorgeous. Kaysen steps up to help on the drive, and you can see Mathurin's planning to cut right behind that, which means the backline defender is gonna have to cover up that cut. Hali sees this stuff instantly, and again, it just looks like a lame swing pass, but it's actually a masterclass in reading the floor and decision making. This screening action between Toppin and Shepard doesn't produce much. Hali doesn't like it, but Yves Missy's just a little too worried about a lob to Toppin, and before he knows it, his man is spraying a three in the corner. And I can't tell if Hali sees Missy move here, or if he's predicting that he's gonna move, or maybe it's just in his DNA to keep the ball moving like this when the first option isn't there. And some of these might not look like perfect wide open shots. Najee Marshall got a decent contest there, but it's these little advantages that Hali constantly finds that add up over a full game. Watch this. Two guys go with him on the pick and pop, so kicking this out as soon as possible works to create a good shot. And last video, we talked about how Luka tends to drag this type of drive out and then find the passing angle at the very last second, and that works great for him, but Hali's not really like that. If he sees an opening, he takes it, and he takes it faster than maybe anybody. Here's a stack pick and roll from Indiana, and Kamara gets caught on the back screen, so Hali looks to the roll, but as soon as Denny so much as sniffs the roller, there's the skip to his man in the corner for another good shot. There's a switch here that creates a bit of a mismatch, and Toppin gets inside position, so KPJ decides to help down and take away that entry pass, and that's like taking candy from a baby. So that's what makes this part of Hali's passing so special. Constant scanning, instant decision making, and the unselfishness to attack any crease in the defense no matter how small. But the flashier side of his playmaking shows up in his on-the-fly creativity, and if you've been paying any attention, you've probably heard about his jump passes. I mean, they literally did a whole t-shirt campaign about it. I almost bought one myself. But Hali doesn't throw jump passes just for the highlight. Jumping like this lets him find passing angles over taller defenders, like just barely sneaking this one into Miles Turner here, or literally jumping as high as he can on this drive to keep the ball out of reach of any defenders. And opponents have gotten more aware of this. Hunter seems to sniff the jump pass out here, but Tyrese is creative enough to bounce it around his body and still hit the target perfectly. He wants to hit Toppin initially here, but when he elevates to make the pass, Dean Wade's ready to close to that skip, and again, Hali just finds another angle to get the open man an easy one. He also loves to turn the jump into a full-on 360 in midair. He checks the roll here, but if Mobley's down that far, then Toppin should be open up top, and that's another micro advantage he can capitalize on. I like these spinning jumps because it's a way to get the ball to someone standing directly behind him, both quickly and accurately, and yeah, it also looks incredibly cool, like really, really cool. He's typically dragging two defenders away from a popper on these and then spinning back to get it to his guy, and it's one of the more unique passing tricks I've seen. He makes this one with his left hand, which he tends to do when it makes sense, just another subtlety to this insanity. And his jump passes are another testament to how quickly he reads the floor and makes decisions, because in order to pull these off, he has to make split-second choices while he's in the air. He takes off here, and the big man jumps to contest a potential shot, but I don't think Hali ever wanted to shoot this. I think he's jumping to pass, and checks the dump down to Miles, but it's not there, so he flips it out to the corner, just barely getting it off before hitting the ground. This time, maybe he does want to shoot, but Cat contesting like this means Turner must be open, and here's another jump to fake the shot. Now he's reading Beal. Turner has position on him, so let's hit the big man and let him go to work. So the creativity in the jump passes are a super fun quirk to watch for. He's made jump passes into a full-on weapon, but it still might not be his defining feature as a passer, because now it's time to talk about his hit-aheads and transition passing. We'll start with the iconic hit-aheads, and as usual with Hali, the speed that he gets these out is ridiculous. It's as soon as he grabs a rebound, or the second he catches an outlet, or here he's literally on the ground, gets up, blocks the shot, turns around, and already knows he has a guy leaking out. Man, it has to be so fun to play with this dude. Beyond these fun full court dimes though, he plays at one of the fastest paces in the league and happens to be one of the best transition passers maybe ever. Watch him here, scanning and reading everything out. J-Dub has Nembhard, Dort has Nesmith, Shea has to take ball, and Chet has Siakam, but he's trailing a step behind, so let me thread this needle for a dunk. And this goes back to the advantage hunting we talked about early on, but in transition there are even more advantages to find. Look how quick this one is. He knows the Heat are out of position getting back, so he just hits his teammate early and lets him do the rest. So again, it's decision making mixed with unselfishness. He wants to get you the ball, and here's another simple but impactful read. Giannis has Siakam, Kuz has Nesmith, Prince has Hali, and Dame was deep in the paint trying to stop an early entry to Turner and let Brook recover to him, and that leaves no one to guard Nembhard. So Hali's style really comes down to finding which one of his teammates has the best chance to score at any given time. Brunson misses the layup here, and we know the Pacers are going fast. Hali checks the left side, but there's nothing, then keeps reading, and Brunson had fallen behind, which leaves Nesmith uncovered, and that's a simple advance pass that turns into a highlight, all because Hali literally checks for every single one of his teammates. Similar story here where it looks like the Rockets are back. Jabari picks up Tyrese, but Eason's the primary defender and wants to take him, so that leaves McConnell open on the trail, and Hali's just making it really easy for everyone else to score. And that's really the theme of Halliburton's passing: relentless scanning, lightning quick reads, and a willingness to make the right play every time, whether it's a flashy jump pass or just a simple hit ahead. But like the other three passers we've discussed in this series, he can manipulate defenders as well. It's just in his own style, a little more ADHD than someone like Luka, who literally has the patience of a monk. Hali's more like a kid telling a knock-knock joke. He knows he's gonna trick you, and he can't wait for you to take the bait so he can tell the punchline. Like here, he knows he wants to get this to Siakam, so he looks to Mathurin real quick. That moves Brogdon. Now Tyrese delivers the pass, and that all happened in a split second. Or here, he's dancing in the pick and roll, sees Trent ready to help down, so he fakes the bouncer and sprays it out to a shooter. And then this one might be the most Hali pass you'll see. Driving left, and Hunter's in a tough spot stuck between two Pacers. And as usual, Hali jumps, now stares at the corner, Hunter bites just enough, and the pass was going to Turner all along. I like this one where he calls for the ISO versus Giddey, draws the double, and that leaves Nesmith open, so he pump fakes the pass to him, that moves Collins, and it's another layup for the big fella. Here's another pass fake, and the excessively flashy no look in air quotes there, because I think he's looking at him when he throws it, but there you have it, guys. Those are the different areas that make up Tyrese Halliburton's unique playmaking style, and this was the last player in our Big Four Passers series. I started this series to show that just like how scorers have their own unique styles, like a mid-range assassin or a movement shooter or a dominant post scorer, there are also playmakers who have very unique styles, but they might not be quite as obvious. I hope this let you see the differences and similarities between the four players discussed, but if you want to see a video breaking down all four of them at once, showing those differences, like how Halliburton's jump passes differ from Luka's late passes, or how LeBron's stationary passing is different than Hali's fast tempo, leave a comment and let me know. But if you'd rather see another video like this showing just one player, let me know that too. As always, I really appreciate you all for watching. Any likes or comments are hugely appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.